Sometimes you have to explicitly declare your types, and this is type annotation as we have seen. So we have let cos and then we have string like this. But in some other cases, you don't have to explicitly declare your types like this because TypeScript can infer your types. This is an implicit approach to static typing. So here when we have let cos equals to string, as you can see, TypeScript has inferred that the cos variable has the string type. If I should make this 500, you can see the cos variable is a number. So now let's take this back where we have string. Now if I come here and I say cos equals to 50, now we have a TypeScript error, and TypeScript is saying type number is not assignable to type string. TypeScript inferred this to be a string type, and so we cannot assign a number. Same thing if we should come here and say let cos equals 500. Now this line is fine, but then if we should make this a string, we have an error. Type string is not assignable to type number. You can also do the same thing for arrays. I could explicitly type this to say an array of numbers, but even if I don't do that, TypeScript is going to infer that values has an array of numbers. If I should change everything here to a string, TypeScript is going to infer that this is an array of strings. But let me take this back to a number. Now if I come here and I say values.push 500, everything works fine because 500 is also a number. But if I should say values.push string, now we have an error. Argument of type string is not assignable to parameter of type number. Let's say I have info and I type it like this, and now I'm going to have an object where I can say name, age, and is logged in. I'm just going to say false. Sorry, this should be equal to. You can see everything is fine here. We have our explicit type, but if I should also remove this explicit type and just do it like this, TypeScript is going to infer that this info object holds this type, which is name string, age number, is logged in boolean. And the same thing happens with functions. Let's say I have a function called printinfo, and this function takes a name of a string and it takes an age of a number, and then here I can return my name is name and I am age years old. If I highlight on this print info, you can see that the return type here is a string. This is inferred from the fact that I am returning a string here. If instead of returning a string, I return a number, let's just say I return age, you can see that TypeScript is going to infer that printinfo has a return type of number. But in this case, if you just have name like this and age like this without explicitly typing, well, TypeScript doesn't know what type to give for your name and what type to give for your age. So in the case of function parameters, you have to explicitly type it. This is one of the things that improves the experience with TypeScript. You don't always have to explicitly declare your types. TypeScript can help you infer types in different cases, but then there are other cases where you have to explicitly do so.